Thanks so much everybody for joining us today. It's a tremendously important coalition. We're bringing together all different groups of people in our city and beyond to say that we know the prescription that we need for better public transport in this city. In fact, the prescription that we have for better public transport is something that's been championed for many years. I know that some of you will have struggled to get here this morning on time. It continues to be a problem. The cost will have weighed heavy on your pocket, heavier than many other parts of Scotland, heavier than many other cities across the UK, much heavier than many other cities across Europe and the world, because we have a highly inefficient system in this city, and the effects of that spread towards all other parts of the Strathclyde region, because many people use this as a place to work, as a place to seek services like hospital services and specialised services. And so the reliance on Glasgow and beyond is a really great focus here. I see some mums here and I see some children and young people joining us today. Life gets very complicated when you have to make more than one journey in your life, when you have to go to school and then go to work. And that is very true for shift workers too. So the workers in this city often pay a very heavy price for poor public transport systems, not only in their pocket, because the fares are an outrage, but also in the time that they spend getting from shift to shift. So if you're a cleaner that works up Strathclyde University and gets their university clean, and then you go off to your second job, perhaps as a pupil support assistant or a catering worker in one of your schools, and then go back to your cleaning shift, not only is the cost absolutely astronomical, but the time it's now eating up in your life means that your working day is longer and longer and longer. And that is a human cost to individuals. And if you're a hospitality worker at night and you're working in a bar or a club, or you're cleaning or doing any other nighttime work, or you're working in a hospital, you were held to hostage by the bus companies who said that they were going to take away all your services because they weren't making enough money out you. The bus companies have been gaslighting us for their profits for too long, and we saw absolutely clearly when it came to COVID. Because when COVID struck, the people who run our public transportation systems that we rely on as the public were there, they showed up, they worked hard under terrible circumstances, but the bus companies who hid behind office and international offices making profits out of us, what they said is, we need more money for you and we're going to cut your services. And they've never recovered in this city, and the people who've paid for that is us as citizens. So we have to do something different. We knew we had to do something different in 2019. It is essential we do something different now. And what are the politicians saying in our city and beyond? Well, they love to talk about the cost of any environmental measures. They're never off the telly competing to talk about it at the moment, are they? And some of them want to talk about environmental cost, and that's true, and I welcome that when it comes to LEZ, that our environmental costs for less carbon neutral methods of transport in our city. But if all you do is introduce a penalty and you don't put the services on the ground for ordinary people to operate as an alternative, in fact, you're creating a bigger problem, one that this city has suffered from for many years, which is increasing social and economic division in our city. You cannot have one and not have the other. So if you're a politician advocating LEZ, if you're not criticising the LEZ, if you're not signing up for this campaign and delivering it, then you're at fault. Politicians in our city made manifesto commitments to public buses, and they have not delivered on it. Politicians in this city made political commitments to making sure that we facilitated public buses across Scotland and across Greater Glasgow, and they have not delivered it. Politicians need to be accountable, and we need to make this an absolute priority for them to deliver on this for the citizens of our city. But let's look optimistically. We've got a wonderful public model. I mean, I don't talk about the East Coast of Scotland in a positive manner if I can avoid it. You know, I'm truly a West Coaster. Grew up in Lanarkshire and live in Glasgow. But the Lothian bus model shows it can be done. It can be done. And where has public transport usage increased across Scotland, which is what we all need to do to make our environment better? Lothian. So we know an effective model. And is it impossible to change the model you have? No, because Manchester have facilitated that change. And so the politicians in Scotland must do better. So we call on the politicians to deliver, not just commitments, but actual change. We give them a pathway to that, and we say to them, you have no excuses. We have another consultation. How many do we need to say the same thing to every public body? Glasgow City Council, SPT. Every time they consult, people say what? We want public buses. Every single time. From 2017 onwards, we're not going to change our mind. We're just going to get bigger and angrier. You need to deliver better public services in our city as a whole. It's a cost of living crisis which the bus fares eat out of our pocket, you know, into our budgets. And the only solution to that is a publicly owned service that covers the whole of the Strathclyde region. It's a change that we must see, and we need to work hard to make sure that's met. I'll be signing up for this. We'll be distributing this to trade union branches across the city. We'll be asking them to sign up and put their names to it. The more we do that, and the more that we're publicly seen, the more likely we are to have success in this campaign. So thanks for coming out. It's just the start, and I absolutely believe there's no reason why we can't win this.